welcome back. Today we're doing a throttle body cleaning on a 2008 Infiniti G35. The tools we're going to be using are a 10 millimeter socket to remove this cover here. We'll also be using a Torx bit that is a T30. Some of these you'll see will come in like what looks like a little switchblade type thing that will flip out. I find this is easier to use. We'll be using that for these in here. And then I've got the rest of my sockets set out here in case we have other stuff, and the flat blade screwdriver. So first we'll start off with the plastic cover here. I'll get a little magnetic tray to put all these little nuts in. Things always seem to fall down in the wrong places if you don't have a little magnetic tray. This is one that I got from O'Reilly's, I think free on some grand opening or something promotion they had. Come in super handy. So it's like there's 5 total up here. These take off. This is just to gain access to the throttle bodies more. So a little bit more background on this car. This is a car that I picked up at the auction. Actually, I picked it up in an auction about 3 hours away from here, up in Iowa. I'm in Butler, Missouri. That's where I've got my car dealership at. And drove it back. Did just fine, except for at stoplights and stop signs and stuff, the idle drops down some. And then I noticed once I got it back here and it, had cooled off, and I went to drive it cold. First time I started up and put it in gear, it died. When I put it in reverse, I was like, that's weird. So did a little bit of research on the internet and stuff, and this is one of the things that it recommended was cleaning this throttle body out. So to get this next part off, and of course the Infiniti G35 and like the Nissan 350Z platforms have 2 throttle bodies on them, so you got to do both sides. So, and this car spent most of its life in Texas, so that's the good thing, is there's not really any rust on it, unlike a lot of the cars around here. Go ahead and loosen this off here too. Put that out of the way. We shouldn't need to disconnect any of these lines, but there is a lot of dust on this, so we'll be cleaning it off in general afterwards too. Oh yeah, I can see it's very, very built up and sticky in there. So I think this will take care of our problem anyway. So we have these 4 Torx T30 bits here. Okay. I will have to use a socket on this one. Sure. We'll loosen in here. To get this more out of the way so that you can see a little bit better too, it's just another screw, so pop that off out of there. That'll help you at least see a little bit better and give you a little bit more room to work. yeah, this definitely needed to be done because even on just this first side, I can feel it, the buildup and stickiness in there. Yeah, otherwise this car performs great. I've had a couple of these G35s. My first one was even before I became a dealer. And yeah, just absolutely love that car. They perform great, not bad on gas mileage, sporty, fun. And I like the aspect that, well, I mean, they make rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive ones. I like the rear-wheel drive ones too. And that's the one that I had originally. Now that I've got those loosened up, I'll switch over to this one, the straight one here. But yeah, they're especially fun in the snow around here. You can go turn off traction control and go to a parking lot. Do some donuts are nice and easy. So, but I'm kind of goofy like that anyway. I saw online a couple people were saying this took a couple of hours. I don't even think this will take me 30 minutes. I am always kind of a little easy on my time estimation, so. But yeah, I bet it'll be about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. A little trouble getting in here. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't getting it quite straight on there. Just had to kind of move that out of the way. Drop that stupid thing. There we go. And here, I'll turn this. You can see all that gunk and build up in there. And I will be immediately taking this out and hosing all this off. You know, because it's all dusty anyway, so I'm not going to worry about putting a paper towel or anything under there. Yeah, you can see all that nastiness just getting eaten off of there. Push that open so some of that can drain out. So now that blows back in my phone. I've got a lot of that buildup off there. Take a paper towel, wipe it down some more. Oh yeah, it just keeps coming off there. Push this open. Yeah, you don't need to be afraid to pushing it to open it to get in there to clean up more around it. It's made to move back and forth anyway. Yeah, there's just kind of a little lip there that's got a whole bunch of stuff on it. I'm starting to make more YouTube videos. With being a dealer down here in the middle of nowhere, I get in all kinds of stuff and we have to figure it out ourselves most of the time. So a lot of the stuff, a lot of cars it's the same process no matter what you're doing on them. Like when you're having trouble, you know, the car's running okay, but having a little trouble with the idle and stuff, this is one of the first things to try. There's no codes or anything on it, so no misfires or anything like that. And yeah, I mean, performance on it's great. It's just almost a minor annoyance. I want to get them on as good as I can. Especially when it's something easy like this. This is nothing to do. It may sound scary. There's a little O-ring gasket here. So you want to watch out when you're wiping that off. But we'll get all that cleaned up too. I'm not going to spray anything in there. I probably could, but I don't want to make really too much go in that intake. So I won't worry too much about it. As long as that butterfly valve's opening and closing on there, should be good. Yeah, in my videos, I'm trying to do the whole thing from start to finish, even taking off, because I'll see a lot of videos where they're half taken apart and they're like, yeah, here's how you do it. And it's like, okay, that's that helps me a little bit, but not much. But there's still a little bit in there. What if I hold it open here? I'll get another thing of cleaner. I've got another one in the shop. Spray a little bit more in there with this open. Spray a lot more. And that way too. And get a clean paper towel again. Wipe that off. There's still a little bit of sticky on there. I'm not going to get it completely all off of there, but from what you saw before, it is pretty darn clean. Of course, when I get in cars, I don't really know what the whole maintenance history is of them. You know, you can kind of tell if cars have been taken care of. This one definitely seems like it's been taken really good care of. One of the main things you look for is condition of the interior. Engine bay being clean doesn't mean a damn thing. Engine bays aren't meant to be clean. So one thing I do look at, which you may not even think of, but kind of a telltale sign, if you see the manufacturer's labeled battery, like this one had an Infiniti battery in it, probably means that they went to the Infiniti dealer for all the service on it and got all the recommended, you know, maintenance done on it, at least while that owner had it. Either that or the battery's never been changed. But yeah, that's one of the things that's always a good sign. So starting the process back here of putting in all these. I'll put these in, these top two ones, finger tight, and make sure that O-ring gasket thing didn't move, and it didn't on there, so it looked like it was good. So switch this back, switch this to tighten. Get this back on there. Big fat head probably in the way. Well, they're on my T30. See if it dropped all the way down. I'm not seeing it, but thankfully I've got more. So I'll go grab one. Trying not to use this big fat one because I figured it'd be harder to get in here, but you know what? It actually seems like this might be easier to use anyway. Okay, that all tightened up on there. Just slide this back on. Put that puppy on there. Got bolt on there, tighten all these up. I believe that one went there. Maybe not. Too long. Yeah, it must have been one of these. And these are just 10 millimeter. I think I'm gonna get by on this job, which is one socket. Except for the Torx ones. And you see people call them star bits and stuff, but they're really Torx bits. When you look on the side, they'll say T30 for Torx. Doesn't say S30 for star. But if you go into O'Reilly's and tell them you need a star 30 bit, they'll probably sell you that anyway, so it doesn't really matter a whole hell of a lot. Okay, so that's one side done. I'll move the camera around so you can see the other side while I'm doing it. Pretty much the same thing, but if you missed something the first time or I didn't get a good picture or something, you'll be able to see it now. So we'll start off with loosening these two hose clamps. I already started loosening that one. Loosen this one. Uh-oh. No? So that one does not have a bracket on this side. It's just got that little hose. And I'm not going to bother taking that hose off. So we'll try to do it without that. Because I think I got plenty of room in here. I like that other one. Quick. I'm sure that little bit that I dropped, I'll find when I move the car. That's went in that plastic drip tray. But I pushed up on that and I didn't hear anything rattling. And if not, like I said, that's why I have extras. It's always nice to have a few extra of those little Torx bits. I've got so many dumb little different sizes of them. Okay, 2 down, 3 to go. hopefully you can see that. I'll look through the camera. But yeah, you see how that's all golden color. And here it's just sticky. Yeah, it's just the same way that other side was. I may have to get another can of brake part cleaner. Yeah, it just looks like coffee coming out of there. It's getting better, but this wasn't a full can to begin with. But I'm gonna have to grab another can. Let me see if I can find another in the shop. Okay, so I found one more can, but it is a little janky. The tip was busted off, so I grabbed the tip off of one of those other ones. This is Walmart's brand. I'm not even sure where we got this one at, because I usually buy it by the case from either O'Reilly's or Napa, but we'll give this a shot. Yeah, it's getting there. See if that's enough to do anything. Just thought we had plenty of it, but apparently I was wrong. Get a little bit of that on there. This might be enough. It's looking pretty good, pretty clean. I just need to put that back together there. Okay, and there's our O-ring there, inspecting that. Looks fine to me. Oh. I just pulled this hose off. I should have done that in the first place, I guess. Wasn't quite meaning to. That's right. That will help it get out of the way here. Gotta make sure I reconnect. That's the first one on there. Tighten. I didn't tighten it all the way down, so I want to get this one at least started in here to make sure it's good and even. Now, let's speed this process up a little bit. This one. And there, started off with just my fingers starting off. Took forever. those two hose clamps to tighten up. Okay, now I'm going to wait to put the plastic cover on the car because I'm going to go wash out the engine bay, and then I'll come back and put that on. But when you put that back on, there's just these two nuts at the front and then 3 bolts. So that's all there is to it. Let me move this stuff out of the way, start it up. We will do a quick test to make sure it starts up and runs fine. Now, I do know that sometimes you have to do like an idle relearn procedure. You know, I'm going to wash this off, so I'm going to set it back on here and then bolt it on here in a minute. So it may run just a little bit rough for a small amount of time. But here, I'll start it up. Let's see what happens. And so there you go. That's all there is to it. The car is running smoother just right off the bat. I'll have to do a road test for a while and make sure everything's good. But pretty easy repair to do, and it's something that's just good general maintenance. If this helps you, please like and subscribe. The subscribe is what helps me out and keeps me motivated to keep making videos. So if you appreciate this video, do me a favor and hit subscribe. Thank you.